You quickly reply to messages. You show up for people. You make yourself emotionally available all the time. And because you're used to being the dependable one, most people think you're handling it very well. But internally, you are tired. You are drained. You are mentally overloaded. And what makes this type of burnout dangerous is that it doesn't always come from your job. Sometimes it comes from the constant being available to everyone else. I am Dr. Ikus Ono, and today, let's talk about a type of emotional burnout that a lot of people experience quietly, especially people who are dependable, empathetic, emotionally aware, or constantly there for others. Somewhere along the line, many people learned that being a good person meant always being available, always answering, always listening, always helping. But the problem is, when you become emotionally accessible to everyone all the time, you slowly lose access to yourself. And most people don't even realize it's happening. Let's talk about the different sections. Section number 1, being available becomes your identity. For a lot of people, being available stops being a choice and it becomes their identity. You become the strong one, the listener, the dependable one, the emotionally matured one. So naturally, people come to you, and because you care deeply, you rarely say no. Even when your mind is tired, even when you're emotionally low in capacity, you still answer the messages. You still pick up those calls. You still hold the space. And at first, it feels normal. But over time, you start feeling emotionally exhausted. It's a way you cannot explain. And this is where emotional burnout becomes very subtle. Section number 2, you start absorbing everyone else's emotion. One thing people don't talk about enough is how emotionally draining it is to constantly absorb what other people are carrying. You listen to stress all day. You're carrying heavy conversations. You try to support everyone emotionally. And because you are emotionally empathetic, your mind doesn't hear it. It holds it. That's why some conversations stay with you long after they end. And eventually, your nervous system starts feeling overloaded. Not because life is falling apart, but because your mind has been carrying too much emotional weight for too long. And the hardest part brings us to section number 3. People get used to having access to you. Once people get used to always being there, they begin to expect it. Immediate replies, constant emotional support, unlimited access to your energy. And if you suddenly pull back, some people may not understand it because they benefited from you when you were that version of you. And they ignore your own emotional needs. And this is where many people struggle. You start feeling guilty for needing space. You start feeling guilty for resting. You start feeling guilty for not responding immediately. But needing boundaries does not mean you stopped caring. In fact, boundaries are often what protects care from turning into resentment. Let's talk about section number 4. What emotional burnout actually looks like. Emotional burnout doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like not wanting to answer messages, feeling irritated after a conversation, craving isolation, mentally checking out, feeling emotionally numb, wanting silence all the time. And because you're still functioning, you tell yourself, I am okay. But internally, your mind is overstimulated. You spend so much time emotionally being available to everyone else that you haven't had the space to emotionally recover for yourself. And this is the truth many people need to hear. Section number 5. You cannot pour out from a constantly empty mind. Being there for everyone is beautiful, but not at the expense of your mental space. You are not required to answer everything immediately. Carry everyone emotionally, always being emotionally accessible, abandoning yourself to support others. That is not strength. That is emotional self-neglect, distinguished as reliability. Real emotional maturity also means knowing your limits, protecting your peace, recognizing when your mind needs rest. Because if you never recharge emotionally, eventually, even small interactions will start feeling heavy. So what's the healthier balance, I'm sure you're asking? Learning to be present without losing yourself. The goal is not to stop caring about people. The goal is learning how to care without abandoning yourself in the process. That means pausing before saying yes, checking your emotional capacity, taking breaks for constant communication, allowing yourself to be unavailable sometimes. Because protecting your mental space is not selfish, it is necessary. So if you have been feeling emotionally drained lately, ask yourself honestly, am I burned out from life or from constant being available emotionally? Sometimes the exhaustion you feel is not from what you're doing. It's from how much of yourself you're being given away without recovering. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more conversations like this and share this with someone who is always there for everyone else, but rarely slows down for themselves. Thank you for watching.